What's up, everybody, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Bugsnax!
I am hiding in the sand, tearing up a ketchup patch. Come to Snack-Tooth Island and discover it's Bugsnax.
So I know what you're thinking. What the absolute is a Bugsnax? Welcome to the world of Bugsnax, the brand new launch title for the PlayStation 5 full of Bugsnax, these small tiny creatures that are half bug and half snack. Pretty self-explanatory if you ask me. It's almost inevitable that every new console release has a sleeper hit that gets overshadowed by the massive new AAA titles. Nintendo Switch had Snipper Clips, a cute little game where you have to cut and snip these adorable characters to solve progressively difficult puzzles. The PlayStation 4 had Knack, a groundbreaking platformer with intricate level design and tons of replayability. I'm being told this is a lie. And the PS5 has Bugsnax. When you're done toppling monsters twice your size in Demon Souls, you can kick back, relax, and enjoy Snack-Tooth Island, a quiet reserve teeming with wildlife by the name of Bugsnax. From the creators of Octodad comes this wacky little adventure about running around Snack-Tooth Island and gathering these small little creatures that resemble insects but are completely made up of junk food. Look, I promise you, this game is really fun. Bugsnax is a game so unorthodox with its weird and off-the-wall antics, its anthropomorphic characters, and hybrid food combinations that it actually turns into this memorable adventure full of heart and soul. Now I know what you're thinking. This is a game about collecting strawberries and googly eyes. How the hell is there any soul? And to that I say, have you ever played Katamari Damacy? The story of Bugsnax has you taking control of an unnamed news reporter in the first person, after receiving a tape from Lizbert Megafig. If you think that name is weird, then just you wait. She explains that she wanted to seek your journalistic experience to help her spread the science behind Bugsnax and see the brand new community that she has created. After that bit of encouragement, you come to the island to meet an asleep Fildo Fiddlepie, mayor of Snack-Tooth Island and Lizbert Megafig's assistant. Fildo explains that Lizbert has gone missing while requesting we bring together the Grumpuses, the humanoid inhabitants of Snack-Tooth Island, to find Lizbert Megafig and solve the mystery of her disappearance. Does this game sound weird to you? It should, because it's so unorthodox, unlike any other title, and that's because the developers were actually able to use their creativity to come up with something that nobody has done before. But it does take inspiration from an older title. In 1999, we saw the release of a cult classic by the name of Pokemon Snap, a title in which you'd be guided along a set pathway to snap pictures of Pokemon. Pretty simplistic in context, however the fun and joy of the game came from watching these creatures in a natural environment and seeing how they interact with the world around them. Going even further, you can use items and objects to discover new Pokemon and progress to undiscovered areas full of secrets and surprises. And a lot of this transfers over to Bugsnax. There's over 100 Bugsnax to explore and capture, but unlike Pokemon Snap, this is an open world adventure rather than a one-track rail shooter. Just like Pokemon Snap, some of these creatures are simple to find, while others require some sort of puzzle solving to discover their whereabouts. Now obviously the camera plays an integral part of this experience, being able to analyze the data of various bugs and record your findings, but the true joy comes from finding out how to capture these wacky and adorable little creatures. And that's another thing, I didn't think I'd find these creatures anything special. It's a spider mixed with a chocolate chip cookie. This is the cutest shit that I have ever seen. But each of these creatures feels at home and adorable in this zany world. The Bugsnax, much like Pokemon, say their name whenever you get near them, which can lead to some fairly interesting interactions.
Bunger?
And if you've been wondering, yes, you can pet the Bugsnax. Now the purpose of catching Bugsnax is to collect them for research, but they also make for a delectable snack that you can give and feed to the Grumpuses of the island to help them transform into the snacks that they eat. I promise you, it doesn't get any weirder than this. See, in your journey through Snack-Tooth Island, it's necessary to feed Bugsnax to the wide variety of characters that inhabit the island. By doing so, this will open up more story elements to aid you in your investigation to the disappearance of Lizbert Megafig and gradually open up more parts of the island. But once you feed the Bugsnax to the Grumpuses, their body will reshape and actually become the Bugsnax that they happen to eat. I mean, you know what they say. You are what you eat. As soon as you give Filbert a Strawbee at the beginning of the game, his arm transforms into this oddly adorable lump of fruit. How the hell am I supposed to beat this game? And although this is clearly out of the ordinary, this leads to some wacky designs and stylistic choices in how you play, with each playthrough able to be drastically different than the one before. There's a million different options you can discover, and these can lead to some pretty interesting character designs. I think I got it. I think I got it. What? Wait, hold on. There we go. Okay, move forward. But what surprised me most is these characters truly do have a lot of depth put into them, which was surprising because, I mean, It's Bugsnax. But some of their stories actually had some deep emotions woven into their character development, alongside some horrifying implications at times. Not every character gets along with each other, and it doesn't try to sugarcoat Snacktooth Island as this perfect world. But some of the conversations that are had between these grumpuses are actually quite deep, and I didn't plan to see somewhat philosophical conversations from characters that look like full-body Muppets. When you talk with each character, you see that gossiping is a common occurrence. Characters will try to play jokes on the other townspeople. But these aren't just one-track characters with a single emotion. Bugsnax actually manages to have these characters grow and develop themselves alongside the story it's trying to tell. The more these characters start to interact with each other, the more this community starts to feel interconnected. Kind of like a social simulator. We all know how good those have done this year. Except if I'm being honest, Bugsnax honestly did the whole interconnected community concept a whole lot better. But that's a topic for another video. Now, I don't want to go too much into detail about these characters because, well, I actually think you should play the game, but just know that there's going to be at least one character in this game that you could connect to, and that Bethica Winklesnoot is a cold-hearted bitch and constantly bullies everyone, and I absolutely love her. Also, I feel like I need to mention that this voice cast is actually fantastic. You've got a lot of big names here that are actually able to pull out emotions from characters that have food for limbs. I love weird, quirky titles like this one, being able to create an unconventional style of play that's addictive and memorable enough to be able to stick with someone for a very long time. And it's not an exaggeration to say that this game has become a recent obsession of mine. Xalem. And it's really unfortunate that we don't see these in many games nowadays. Games in the 2000s weren't afraid to be experimental, allowing developers to branch out with odd and interesting ideas. It's usually extremely hard to pull off such a bizarre idea, but in many cases, these odd niche titles are the ones that have the most creativity funneled into them. Therefore, over time, they usually acquire the most dedicated, die-hard fan bases. In today's generation, this is usually only reserved to indie titles, as that's the only time we really get an odd, off-the-wall experience. AAA developers focus more on the cinematic 25-hour romps in the form of a yearly Assassin's Creed or Call of Duty. So for every 100 people gearing up for Cyberpunk 2077, you've got one person relaxed in his living room playing a Hat in Time and just having the time of his life. And then there's me.
Yeah. Stop.
And don't get me wrong, in no way am I saying these games are bad. AAA developers for the most part know exactly what they're doing and deliver a fantastic experience for the general mass of gamers. But it's refreshing to have an inventive and creative idea such as Bugsnax thrown in the middle of these major releases that adds an interesting concept and a different viewpoint of video games as compared to just an epic new saga. I know I'm going on a bit of a tangent for the sake of Bugsnax, but I highly recommend playing this game, or at least something out of your comfort zone that piques your interest. Even if it's something like the new Pokemon Snap due next year. Games like these and Bugsnax could leave a lifelong impression and make you fall in love with games you never thought you could before. Now who knows, Bugsnax could fade into obscurity and nobody remember what it is. But as of right now, if you have a PS Plus membership, you can get this game right now for free on the PlayStation Store. This video isn't a joke, seriously, go play this game. Bugsnax. Oh, wow. Oh, it's still going.